I do believe so. This is episode, technically, it should be 8, but a lot of the episodes we did lose. I lost it. I blame myself for that. However, I'm here with my buddy Trey for the Sports Ramble Podcast. We do have our own YouTube channel. Please go check it out at the Sports Ramble Podcast YouTube channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's where we're going to be posting most of our content, anything that is going on with that. Today, me and Trey will be covering, I believe it's week 4. Is it week 4 or 5?
Week 4.
Yeah, okay, week 4. Some teams it's week 3. Most teams week 4, because some teams already had their bye week. Week
Which is kind of
4,
early for them.
week 4 NFL season, and we
Week
also will be
5.
covering.
Week 5.
Oh, week 5. Thank you. Week 5 NFL season, and we also be covering the NBA early season predictions as they're getting kind of preseason wrapped up. Excited to see that done. But starting off, big news out of the NFL today: Robert Saleh officially canned as the head coach of the Jets. In his own words, he said he was absolutely blindsided by it as the GM came in to tell him that he was relieved of his duties. I'm gonna say what everyone else is thinking. Aaron Rodgers had huge part in that.
Yeah.
We all know he did. And
Major part.
if you wanted a bigger reason to hate Aaron Rodgers, here's your chance.
Because, well, it doesn't help Salah's case for Rodgers throwing 3 interceptions against Minnesota like in London.
Well,
So,
what's crazy is the Vikings. We'll just quickly recap that game because I kind of want to get it over with. The Vikings won in London. I'm fine with the London games. The grass, or the turf, if you want to call it, looks better in London, but that's because it's mostly a soccer stadium. But the Vikings played a bad game and still won.
yeah, that's
That's
just like resilient,
to
yeah, resiliency.
to me that defense is legit. But it's 5-0. The rest of their schedule looks pretty relatively easy, but there's some games on there I'm like, "Oh, they could easily lose. Like they could easily drop. Like the Colts they should win, Jaguars they should win, Titans hopefully they win, Bears, Cardinals, Falcons. Yeah, they're not playing a single team above 500 except for the Lions, or sorry, like that are more than 4 or wins. Obviously, it's week 5, but the Lions are the hardest team. They have a pretty easy schedule. I'm not saying they're going to go undefeated, but if they do, hey, they're going to let me down in the playoffs like they always do.
I
I know
know
this is
that's
going
what
to
I'm
happen.
about that. Hey, like,
I know it's going to happen. I'm not going to buy into the hype like every other fan.
it's too
But
early. Too early. Yeah.
yeah, you saw that. So the other games that we want to cover, Falcons Buccaneers, that was a shootout. But all your Atlanta Falcons fans out there, don't don't get on the Cousins hype train because I've done it. I've got on the Cousins hype train. I know what it's like. He has these spurts where he goes amazing, does great, like a game like against the Falcon Buccaneers, and then next week he's gonna throw 3 interceptions. I know it. You know it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let's just accept that now.
Yeah. Because that game was exciting from the jump too. Because they
It
just
it was, dude.
back and forth, back and forth. I mean, that just goes to show how the NFC South is not really like you. I don't know who's gonna win the NFC South now because it's up to like Tampa and Atlanta, and
Yeah,
we all know about Carolina. And then the Saints came down to earth, losing 3 straight games after they won their Super Bowl against the Cowboys.
that Mickey Mouse run must have been fun for them.
Oh yeah, that's
But
what I kind of knew. That's why I was like, they're front runners. Like, they always like,
yeah, and now Carr is hurt with an oblique injury,
like
or I believe
you
it's
don't know how
oblique
long he
strain.
was back.
But the thing is, the backup court that game they were going to lose. They were going to lose that game for sure. Don't get me wrong. But the backup quarterback didn't look too bad. I didn't think he looked bad. I mean, he didn't do great, but he did serviceable in garbage time. And there was a huge blatant pass interference call that did not get called on Olave, and I was mad because I was like, dude, how many times are the Chiefs going to get away with this? And even Aikman called them out in that game. They said, I'm pretty sure the refs just want to go home. When you have Troy Aikman saying that, that's you kind
That's
of know that the BS is real. So the next game that was very exciting, Ravens Bengals, was a very exciting game to watch.
Baltimore.
More more so for the for Cincinnati almost beating Baltimore.
Okay, I'm gonna
Joe
say this.
Burrow, it's not Joe Burrow's fault. I'll say
Oh
that.
yeah, no, it's not. It's far from. It's more of the amount of chances Baltimore was giving the Bengals to win. Like I can like
But how many times have we said that over the last 5 seasons where they've been like, "Oh yeah, they give teams chances to win."
my thing is like Cincinnati should have won that game easily, but McPherson missed the field goal,
Yep.
and then we all know the rest is history when Derrick Henry ran for 50 yards to end the game. But
But look at these stats from Burrow. 30 of 39, 392 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean, how much more? What more could he do? He can't do anything more.
it's
I mean,
just
maybe not.
this is
Maybe
terrible.
yeah. Jamar Chase, 10 receptions, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, unbelievable. And it's his defense. They got to either fire the defensive coordinator,
Yeah, do a defensive scheme. Yeah, fire the defensive coordinator.
fire the head coach, do anything, change something. Something's got to change. You have to know that.
Yeah,
The next game that was really interesting, Colts drop the next game against the Jaguars. Jaguars get their first win, drop to 1-4. Colts are they're spiraling.
yeah, Anthony Richardson.
We all thought he was going to be good. We all thought.
Just injury bugs, crazy, but Flacco still got it.
Dude, I love Flacco. I'm sorry. Whenever I see Flacco, like as much as a
He's still
Raider, when
hey, he's one of the last of the OGs left.
I know, dude, when I miss as much as I hate him when he was on the Ravens, dude, I respect him for what he does, and he still got it, dude, and he actually outplayed Trevor Lawrence in my opinion
It's Trevor.
in terms of pure stats. He did.
Yeah, just Trevor Lawrence has been disappointing this year. I'm not just he's
I
not
mean,
living up to like his contract that he signed.
no,
Like he's just
no. And then Dolphins Patriots 15-10. Drake May now the starter for the Patriots. I'm excited to see what Drake May can do. I don't
like
know.
yeah, I'm excited too. It's just who he's gonna throw it to.
Yeah.
That's the
Good
thing.
luck. Mhm. Good luck, Drake. Hopefully, if you, I don't know why on God's green earth you'd ever be watching our podcast, but hey, if you ever do, if you ever come across it, we're rooting for you, buddy. Um,
Damn.
I mean, you got Demario Douglas, so good luck on that. Browns Commanders officially
Uh,
now they will be benching Deshaun Watson, I believe.
they're gonna bench him.
I don't know. I've heard mixed reports that he's not going to play next game. They're going to go back up, but I thought Stephen A. Smith had the most crucial
Well,
crucial take on that. He just said that it looked like Deshaun was giving up, and I agree.
yeah.
I command and dude, I will dude. Jane Daniels, he's legit. He looks legit,
Oh, yeah. Just
but
don't want to jump the gun.
his schedule has been pretty easy.
Yeah, they played one.
Yeah.
Most of the teams have been 1-4. So I'm not
Yes.
really saying anything like, oh, as soon as like everyone's gonna watch that next game against Baltimore whenever Washington plays Baltimore. So like, and I want that game to be on Sunday night because everyone's gonna be wanting to see it. But no,
Yeah. My best take on his best win would have to have come against the Cardinals, because
oh
to
yeah,
me
the Cardinals. I mean, they
that
beat
was his best that was his best win. Marvin Harrison Jr. He's a rookie, yes, but he's not been where I thought he would be. He's not at the level of what, like, when you look at rookie seasons, Jamar Chase had a great rookie season. Justin Jefferson had a good rookie season. Olave, all these guys had pretty good rookie seasons. Ayuk, you can name all of them. Uh, Freaking CeeDee Lamb had a good rookie season as well. Is it and I think it's more of the scheme they're running where it's not he can't get open in time, but he's just learning. He's gonna get better as he goes on, obviously.
Yeah, because like his only big game was against the Rams in week 2 when he had 4 receptions for 130 yards.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but other than that, I mean, like they're still solid numbers. Like five receptions for 64 yards against Detroit, and Washington 5 receptions for 45 yards, and then San Francisco. I mean, it's a division game, so they kind of had to shut them down. 2 receptions, 36 yards. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
a division game. So it's kind of makes sense. So
And the next game for us, Bills Texans. Texans came out on top. Last second field goal wins them the game. Both that game I didn't really watch as much. I
Diggs
caught a
and
couple.
Allen still hate each other.
Yep. And so they got the win there at the last second field goal. Texans move officially to 4-1. Buffalo 3-2. Texans having a good season thus far. The only loss coming against the Vikings. Bears Panthers 36-10. Bears win. That was Caleb Williams' best game.
Yep.
Again, it's against a crappy team, but still, hey, a win's a win. He'll take it
And
any way
it
he can
just
get it.
builds confidence. As
Yeah,
long
it
as
does.
confidence, yeah, confidence can go a long way in this league. Because as soon as like a rookie gets his confidence, like you, good luck beating him.
Exactly. Raiders Broncos. Broncos have a good name. Bo
You know
Nix.
what? Broncos
They're sneaky.
got a good defense. You still got. They always had a good defense, and they never had a really good offense. But now with Bo Nix, it just takes time.
I also saw the rant between him and Sean Payton. Drew Brees said chimed in and said, "Listen, that's something he's done before with him. He's done that with Sean before. They've yelled at each other before. It's nothing new. It's just it's." He said that's what Sean does. It's just something that happens. There's nothing to take out of it. Hey, if there's nothing to take out of it, okay, that's fine. People want the headlines now. That's all people want. They want the headlines. They want to be able to, you know, talk. They want headlines. They're like, oh, he yelled at the coach. What's gonna
They
happen?
always
No,
want
nothing.
that click. It's always like
Yep,
media wants
yep.
that click.
And then Cardinals, 49ers. 49ers with all the injuries drop to 2 and
Two and
3.
three. That's what
But
it
again,
is.
as much of it is not Purdy in the offense, some of the defense is not good. But they're one of the few teams I can properly say, yeah, the injury bug is what's killing them this season.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing they can do about that. Like truly, there is nothing. And Packers beat the Rams having a comeback game after losing to the Vikings. 24-19. I liked Jordan Love's game. He just got to fix a couple things. I mean, he's coming
He
back.
kind
He's
of,
just
yeah,
trying.
that one interception was bad. He could have just threw it away.
Yeah,
And like he's trying to sidearm and it's just like,
yeah.
yeah.
Stafford's cooked.
Yeah, unfortunately. It just sucks
He
because
should have
he
retired
has
after the
no
Super Bowl win.
weapons. Now
He
he
should
got Cup and
he should have retired after the Super Bowl win, in my opinion.
really?
He should have. I mean, what a way to go out on top, dude. You win this. You get traded first season. You win the Super Bowl. Retire. Move on. Enjoy life. But this is one of those things. People are gonna start forgetting that he won a Super Bowl. Hell, I even forgot at one point he did.
Yeah, that was I mean, that was probably like a forgettable Super Bowl, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just
What can you do? And then Giants getting their
see
uh second
that
win of the
they
season.
surprised me. I mean,
Daniel Jones had his best game of the year.
see, well, that's the sad part. Daniel Jones is not sorry. He's a good quarterback. He just needs to be on the right team and the right scheme. And it's like he reminds me of Eli Manning. I know I'm gonna jump the gun there and saying Eli Manning. Eli Manning, he sometimes he has his moments where like, oh my god, he sucks.
Yeah.
But then like he has moments where like, oh my god, like he can be
Yeah,
a
he can. Yeah, yeah.
top quarterback in this league. But like then like he showed that he can be a top quarterback in this league on last Sunday when he beat in Seattle. Wouldn't have been there, beat Seattle with their solid defense too. And then he had 257 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions, surprisingly.
Nope. Played very
So
well. And then we get to the matinee game of the part. The Cowboys
Heart rate.
barely beat barely beating out the Steelers. CeeDee Lamb on the sideline had a couple words for Dak. I'm
Okay,
not a lip I'm not a lip reader, so I don't truly know what he said.
I know what he said. He was trying to jump ball, like jump ball forward, jump ball. I got you. It was more like that.
Ah,
It
okay.
wasn't like
I know
nothing.
I know I know he wasn't cussing at him. He's
No,
probably
no,
just
no.
telling
Because
him.
like Chris Collinsworth made it seem like he was mad. He wasn't mad. He was just like jump ball forward because that's whenever I saw it, it looked bad. But whenever I saw the replay, I kind of see what he was trying to do, like jump ball it. But
Yeah.
it was like,
But there's times where you don't need to do that. If you're especially
oh
when you're
yeah, like the two interceptions that Dak threw were unnecessary. Because the first one was bad. The
yes.
second one that was a overthrow, which led to a pick, and it was like we were starting to roll too. He kind of like took like points off the board, and then like the blocked field goal, make like icing on the cake. Where
Yeah.
well, we might lose this game, and makes matters worse. It was the weather delay, so it was kind of like about to be like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah. And
For the
your
game.
guys' schedule does not get any better. I mean, it gets worse from here. You guys got next week you got the Lions, the week after that you got the 49ers, basically your Super Bowl. Um
I know it ain't.
Cowboys, Falcons. You guys got to go the Eagles, you got the Texans coming up, Commanders, Giants again, Bengals, Panthers. I mean, you guys got this the Commanders are going to right now the Commanders are going to be your hardest test.
Yep, this is a
So,
gauntlet.
so my guess is you guys make wild card.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it just depends how
Unless you
Washington
guys
does
collapse,
and
unless you guys
Philadelphia do.
collapse.
I mean, like I always said, like predicted at first, like we are a wild card team, and then we find a way to win the wild card game, and then we play in the divisional, and then we lose.
Yes.
Like
So,
Kate,
yeah, no, I got you.
like I got the script right here.
Look at it.
Look at
Uh
it.
so now I think now that we kind of recap that, can we kind of move on to the NBA if you want.
Well, that's all good. We can jump
Uh,
to it.
all right, so the NBA preseason kind of getting wrapped up. A couple games still remaining for some teams. Um, Bronny James looking okay. I don't think he's a starter. His defensive game is unreal. I'll
Oh
give him
yeah, that's the
credit.
thing. Yeah, people don't talk about that. His
His defensive game's
game
great.
is like
Offense, he sucks.
okay, his offense will come. But like whenever someone said like he can be like that Drew Holiday type of player, I was like, I can see that.
If
Once
his
his
offensive
offense
game,
comes,
if his
like, he could be
so
that
he's got
guy.
two, but he's got two comparisons here. For me, it's either Drew Holiday or because that's if his offensive game shows up. If his offensive game does not show up, you're looking at Pat Beverly. He's a Pat Beverly player.
Don't put that in the air.
Well, it's true. I mean, what name another guy that could play defense but also can't play offense. It's Pat Beverly or Tristan Thompson, whoever you want to call. Could be either or. Could be either or. Anyway, but I like Bronny. He looks okay. He looks decent. I mean, he's not going to be a starter. Obviously, they're gonna LeBron. Sorry, Le GM is gonna make him a starter.
Yeah, I mean he's not, he's gonna play in the G League, so
We'll see. But I just love that skit. No, they're gonna make fun of me. Who's making fun? Was it D'Lo? It's D'Lo. 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 Where's D'Lo at? Where you at? He putting up shots. He's doing what? He putting up shots after the game. Why?
this is
Oh,
I mean the Lakers um
at this rate, they're gonna be
playing.
they're gonna be mid. Yeah, they're gonna be mid, bro. That's all they're gonna be, and that's all they're gonna
Okay,
have to be.
so this is my prediction for like the Western Conference.
All right.
So we got the top four teams.
Yeah.
So we got Denver, which I know they lost some players. They lost KCP, a really top like a good like role player for them. Then we got Minnesota, Dallas, OKC.
All right. All right.
Top
I like
top
that.
four like head of snake. That's it. That's gonna be the top four seeds.
I don't know, but I don't know, man. Because okay, so we'll kind of we got 8 minutes left, but I'll run to the trade that the Timberwolves have made. As most people know, that Cat got traded
Yep.
officially. Um, I they graded each trade as a B plus. I don't know how much that helps, but in my opinion, I believe that it is a three-team trade. A lot of people don't understand this.
Yeah, Charlotte got involved.
So the Knicks get Karl-Anthony Towns and the rights to James Nagy. I pray that I'm pronouncing that right. Timberwolves get Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, Keita Bates Diop,
I
and
bet yeah, yeah.
2025 first round pick via Detroit. Top 13 protected. The Hornets get Dwayne Washington Jr., Charlie Brown Jr., and Daquan Jeffries, a second round pick, three second round picks, and $7.2 million cash.
Okay, dang. Okay, so I think it helps both teams.
I think the Timberwolves, if Dante DiVincenzo pans out, Julius Randle, you know what you're getting with Jewel. If Dante DiVincenzo works out, that's a great trade for the Timberwolves fleeced. And not only that, you get a Detroit top 13 protected pick. That pick could easily be
Top three.
top three, and you're getting a better player. So to me, this trade benefits
Minnesota.
the the best. Second, I'll give the Knicks because they get Karl-Anthony Towns. Obviously, you got they need a center.
I mean, okay. Mm, he's more of a power forward than center. I mean, he can play center, but they do have Mitchell Robinson at the center position. But my thing is they're kind of slim at the center position, so they might slide Cat at the center position, which I don't really want him to.
Yeah, I mean, you also have Mikal Bridges can play. Jalen Brunson's obviously going to be there. Josh Hart at your three.
OG,
I I like their team. I just don't think it's deep enough. Their starting five is good, but their rest is
their
not
bench
very
is
good.
that's the thing. They lost some of their depth.
I thought the Charlotte Hornets kind of came out with it pretty good. You get Dwayne Washington Jr., Charlie Brown Jr., two guys that are pretty much they're okay. I mean, not like they're not superstars, obviously,
Yeah,
but
because the
oh,
top
so
four seeds for the East, I think, is Boston, New York, Philly, Milwaukee, or Miami. Miami's coming for the vengeance this year. They didn't mess around media day, and like I know like
no,
Butler has like his own media day like shenanigans, but like he
yeah,
put headband on like
he's
normal.
ready. He's ready to go.
Oh yeah, wait, this is his contract year too, so it's kind of like he needs to prove everyone that he deserves to be in a Miami uniform at the end of the season.
So listen to this. This is actually interesting. The 2025 second round pick that the uh Charlotte Hornets get. I don't know exactly from who. I'm pretty sure it's the Knicks they get it from. But they get the worst. So if Philadelphia or Detroit finishes worst, whoever finishes worst in the season, they get that second round pick. So that could be a late first, or like almost as early as a late first, essentially. But they also get cap relief. They get the $7.2 million straight cash. So that's obviously pretty good. Minnesota got the B grade, B plus grade. New York got a B grade, and then of course Charlotte with a B grade as well. I like. Do I think the Timberwolves will kind of backslide a little bit because of the trade? I do, because
Chemistry.
you're losing such a big part of your offense with losing Cat. But you still have a pretty good. Obviously, you have um you we still Dante DiVincenzo. I don't know if he'll start. I would like to see him start, but
We don't know
eh,
because he plays the shooting guard, and y'all got Ant. So
yeah, exactly. So we got Ant. You could move him to point guard if you want.
no, y'all still got Conley, so y'all not gonna do
Yeah, but Conley's old as shit.
that. Yeah,
So you got Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards,
Nas Reed,
Naz Reid, Mike Conley, Jalen Clark. You can put in there. He's young, but he's pretty good.
Daniels. That's a solid. That's still a solid top like starting five. So
And
um,
we have a pretty solid. bench too. Like Nickel Alexander Walker is always he's getting better. I like the team. I just don't know how much better we'll be because of the trade. Um, but with 3 minutes left, I think one team that I want to see improve after over last year that I think that I want to see take that next step, either the Magic or the Kings. But mostly, I want to see the Magic take that next step.
Oh yeah, I want the Magic. Yeah, because that's like the one. Oh, that is right. Because like East might be interesting this year because we all are gonna sleep on the Cleveland and the Magic. Magic are got better this offseason, but Paulo's getting better. Like every offseason. He's still getting. No one talks about him too because like he's still like because I think he's like 22, 20, 21, 22. He's still
I
young.
think so. Yeah, he's still got time. One guy on the Mavs that I thought was gonna break out, and I keep having hope for him, and mostly just because I went to high school with him. It is our boy. Well, not our boy, but my boy, Greg Brown the third. I just thought he would break out, and he just hasn't. He's kind of just stuck in the G League. I think he'll always be in the G League. He'll always be a G League player, or a journeyman. His his
Like
bi- his biggest regret that should be that he didn't stick around and play at UT longer because he would have been a top 5 pick if he stayed around. So he didn't get that development because he was like, I'm not going to play for any other coach than Shaka Smart. Well, dude, Shaka left. Shaka got fired. So you had two options. You could have either stayed through it and helped the team go to the final, the Elite Eight, or you could have just transferred. You should have just transferred. But no, he's like, I want to play for Texas. I want to go play for Shaka Smart. And then he declares for the draft, second round pick by the Pelicans, gets traded to the Portland Trailblazers, doesn't do anything, and then gets released or gets cut, signs with the Mavs,
now he's on
and
a
just
G League team.
yeah, and now he's on the G
Moving
League team.
on, yeah.
And if speaking from no experience, because I have none experience in the NBA, I think what you should do is at least go overseas, dude. You could probably make more money overseas.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like if you don't make it out in the pros, go overseas, easy
Yep.
money.
All right. Well, I have less than 1 minute, so that's probably all the time we have for it. Trey, again, thank you for joining me on this call. This has always been fun. Always fun talking sports. I wish we had more time. One of these days we're gonna get more time, but not anytime soon. Um, but for Matthew, for me, Matthew, that sounded weird. I sound like a caveman. For me, Matthew, that's Trey. We'll see you guys next week.
We out.